Corruption is a bane to good governance and an obstacle to the development of any nation. Government aptly introduced the whistleblowing policy to compensate anybody with useful information for recovering proceeds of corruption. The policy was designed by the Federal Ministry of Finance and approved by the Federal Executive Council on 22 December 2016. The act of exposing corruption was earlier encouraged in the case of Fajemirokun Commercial Bank Nigeria Limited and Anno 2, where the Supreme Court held, among others, that every citizen is duty-bound to report the commission of any criminal offences. The Court of Appeal re-echoed this in Dododo versus the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC and ORS 3 when it held that a duty is imposed on every citizen to report allegations of corruption to the anti-graft agencies. Our interview segment today is focusing on effective whistleblowing as an anti-corruption tool. Thank you for joining us on The Eagle. I am Aisha Muhammad. Presenting with me is
Golden Onwura. You're welcome to the program and thank you for always joining us.
You must be greedy. Yes. That's why you always fall for that 100% return on investment offers. Do you have money to invest? Are you busy and looking for where to put your money? Do you easily fall in love? Do you find time to fact check the information and business offers that you get? Okay, I want you to listen. Businesses, ideas, and good juicy offer does not come easy, and of course you cannot get 100% on such a short period of time. If actually it does exist, they won't tell you about it. So I want you to understand that those fraudsters would have been out of business if not because of you, because you hardly find time to check the details. You are being swooped by their amazing offer. Now, you need to put them out of business. When you have a business proposal, check it, find time, and if you don't or don't have the time, do not invest. Be at alert. Be careful.
The Nigerian Liquefied Natural Gas Company, an organization known for production of liquefied natural gas, which has contributed to Nigeria's revenue generation immensely, sought for partnership and collaboration with the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission in its handling of economic and financial activities. This was made known when the managing director of NLNG, Philip Sheliba, and some management staff of the organization paid a courtesy visit to the chairman of the EFCC, Ola Olukoyede, at the corporate headquarters of the commission in Jabi, Abuja. Our correspondent, Folashewa Ashade, completes the story.
Speaking at the corporate headquarters of the EFCC, the managing director of NLNG, Philip Shebila, lauded the chairman's approach in combating corruption and economic crimes in the country. He stated that the achievement of the EFCC chairman Ola Olukoyede in less than a year since assumption of office cannot be overemphasized.
We felt it was necessary even to pay this courtesy visit is actually because of the very nature of this organization. This is one of the organizations that upholds the integrity, the transparency, the law, and whether it's financial and this organization represents to us integrity in Nigeria. And you may not understand why, but that is so crucial to us as Nigerian Energy. We have what we call our core values.
Shebila during the meeting sought the advice and skill set of the Commission in handling the NLNG's business activities. The chairman commended the NLNG boss and his delegates for choosing to partner with the EFCC, as a collaboration of both agencies will yield positive results in transparent revenue generation and wealth distribution.
It's important for people to engage with us to really know the stuff we have made up. And I want to thank you for taking time out to confirm this and to also encourage us in what we do. None of this case job, one can ever take up this job of fighting corruption in an environment like Nigeria, where you put in all your best and people don't seem to appreciate what you're doing. But again, what is important is that we have to be committed to this work and ensure that we remain optimistic that Nigeria's going to change one day. If we don't do it, some people must do it.
Both agencies hope that the collaboration and relationship they are trying to establish will be a long and enduring one. From the EFCC headquarters in Jabi, Abuja, Folashewa Ashade.
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission EFCC and the National Open University of Nigeria (NAUN) have reached an agreement to re-strategize and come up with a more mutual beneficial Memorandum of Understanding (MOU) to strengthen the fight against economic and financial crimes and other acts of corruption. This development came recently in Abuja when the Vice-Chancellor of NAUN, Professor Olufemi Peters, led a delegation of his management team to the headquarters of the EFCC on a courtesy visit. Ojochokutami Eche tells us more.
Speaking on the visit, Olufemi Peters explains that the National Open University of Nigeria (NAUN) has a long-standing relationship with the EFCC, and the visit was meant to bolster the existing relationship between the two agencies. He stated further that since the signing of the MOU in 2021, the two agencies have been able to build synergy on cybersecurity and forensic studies. He recalled the joint international workshop organized by ACTEL in collaboration with the International Information Development Agency, African Center of Excellence in Mathematics, Computer Sciences and Applications, and the EFCC. Additionally, he spoke about the Digital Footprint program organized by NAUN in June 2023, which featured 5 of EFCC staff in active participation. Peters pressed for enhanced collaboration and renewal of the MOU with the EFCC to allow for internship opportunities, technology-based services, research, capacity building, supervision and facilitations, and public awareness campaigns.
The EFCC, in its critical work of sanitizing the country and institutions of corrupt practices, is deeply involved in the use of cybersecurity and forensic applications for investigation and eradication of financial crimes. We at the NOUN offer basic and professional courses to enhance such competencies of Nigerians in these particular areas. It is apt, therefore, that our cooperation is not only expected for complementary reasons, but also essential for the attainment of the national objective of a crime-free and greater Nigeria that we all can be proud of.
Olukoyede, while responding, appreciated the visit of the delegation and thanked them for the extension of hand of fellowship and comradeship to the EFCC. He assured that the Commission was ever ready to continue the relationship between the two agencies. The EFCC boss harped on the need for public awareness to the ills of corruption, stressing that the best way to create public awareness is through educational services, which NAUN is providing. He commended NAUN management for the distance learning opportunities Nigerians are getting through the institution.
We are ready to continue to collaborate with you and strengthen the relationship. We are not just going to renew the MOU, we are going to review it. Maybe there are some other things that we can introduce into it. Fantastic. Because you see, what worked yesterday may not work today. We see things, new innovations coming up every day. Even in this work we do, the work of fighting against the fight against financial crimes. Yes. You know, at the best of it, but now people move money. Yeah. And those days you have to take your checkbook, go to the bank, write, blah blah, wait to collect money. But now, from the convenience of your room, millions are moved.
Olukoyede also charged the institution to develop a curriculum on anti-corruption studies to build in their students requisite skills and knowledge against corrupt practices, assuring the VC and his team that the EFCC would renew and review the MOU with the institution for stronger and more fruitful collaboration. Ojochukutami Eche for The Eagle.
The Executive Chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Ola Olukoyede, has disclosed that public corruption is the bane of development in Nigeria. He made this disclosure in Abuja while receiving the management team of the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission, RMAFC, led by the chairman, Mohammed Bello Shehu, who came on a courtesy visit to the commission. Amina Kawa has the details.
According to Olukoyede, public corruption ranks as the biggest cause of corruption in Nigeria. He pointed out that if public corruption was taken out of the polity, the country will fare better than many countries of the world. He decreed the magnitude of stealing by corrupt elements in the country, especially stealing of unspent allocation in government agencies. While noting that corruption poses a huge challenge to the country, Olukoyede expressed optimism that the preventive mechanism of his leadership will ensure that the Commission stays ahead of the devices of corrupt to ensure the Nigerians have good governance experiences. He insisted that the preventive framework of tackling corruption offers more prospect of results and impact, and to this end, the EFCC now has a Department of Fraud, Risks and Assessment and Control. Earlier in his address, the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission, RMAFC Chairman Mohammed Bello Shehu, lauded the long-standing collaboration between RMAFC and the EFCC and stated that the visit was motivated by the need to explore more areas of collaboration between the two agencies of government, especially in the direction of recovery of unremitted or lost revenues of government. He also called on the EFCC to further assist his commission in the area of staff capacity building and revenue monitoring. Amina Kawa reporting for the Eagle.
Next on the program is court updates.
Justice Dende Aidipolo of the Federal High Court sitting in Ikoyi has ordered the final forfeiture of 20 cars stolen from Canada to Nigeria. The cars are forfeited to the federal government of Nigeria. The judge gave the order following a motion of notice filed by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. Mardia Umar completes the story.
Justice Dikpaolu had on May 27, 2024 ordered the interim forfeiture of the cars and also directed the publication of the order in any national newspaper for any interested person to appear before the court and show cause why it should not be finally forfeited. At the resumed sitting, the EFCC through its counsel, R.A. Abdurrashid, told the court that the commission had complied with the order of the court regarding the publication. Moving the motion for the final forfeiture order, Abdurrashid told the court that the application was supported with a 17-paragraph affidavit deposed to by Olufemi Olukini, an investigator with the EFCC, and a written address. The EFCC in the affidavit stated that sometimes in April 2022, during an official meeting held at 7A Okotiebo Street, Ikoyi, Lagos, between officials of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police, RCM, and Lagos Zonal Command of EFCC officials, passed a credible intelligence to the Commission which alleged that over 350 vehicles, which were comprehensively listed out on an Excel sheet with their respective vehicle identification number, were stolen from various locations in Canada and shipped to Nigeria. Investigation carried out revealed that the motor vehicles described aforesaid were stolen from Canada and shipped to Nigeria between March and June 2022, and that most of these vehicles were insured and the insurance companies involved had indemnified the respective owners of the vehicles, that the insurance companies now stand in the position of the owners and delegated their interest to the Royal Canadian Mounted Police liaison officer with the Canadian Embassy in Nigeria to pursue their interest. Based on the facts stated, the Honourable Court on 27 May 2024 granted an application for interim forfeiture and ordered the publication of the order. Abdurrashid therefore prayed for an order of the court to forfeit to the federal government of Nigeria all the properties mentioned in the attached schedules of his application, which properties are reasonably suspected to have been acquired through stealing and with proceeds from other unlawful economic activities. He also asked for an order of the court empowering the Canadian Deputy High Commissioner in Nigeria or any other officer so designated by the office to dispose of the forfeited application either by sale or return to the victims, subject to remittance of the statutory 2% from the proceeds to the EFCC recovery account. Justice Zikbeolu, after listening to the submissions by Abdurrashid, ordered the final forfeiture of the cars.
Aisha.
Yes, Golden.
This is a very big breakthrough in the fight against economic and financial crimes.
True, Golden. I agree with you, and this goes to show the strength of international collaboration between the Commission and sister agencies across the globe. Crime anywhere committed is subject of investigation and prosecution by the Commission, so boundary is never a barrier. Criminals, beware. The fight against corruption involving not only government agencies but individuals who are at the scene of the event seems to yield fruitful results. However, from the global perspective, there are rumpled issues associated with the policy. The absence of statutes prescribing protection to the whistleblower is a major challenge. To this end, the National Assembly enacted the Whistleblower Protection Bill 2017, which is yet to become a law. Our interview segment today is focusing on effective whistleblowing as an anti-corruption tool. Enjoy.
Welcome to our interview segment. Today we explore the powerful role of whistleblowing as a crucial tool in the fight against corruption, from exposing corporate fraud to uncovering misconducts from public office holders. Whistleblowers play a vital role in bringing truth to light and holding those in power accountable. ACE2 David Impe, PhD, will shed light on the role whistleblowing plays in the fight against corruption in our country.
My pleasure.
Welcome, Dr. David Impe. Generally, what is whistleblowing?
The term whistleblowing involves revealing information about illegal, immoral, illicit, unsafe, or fraudulent activity within a private or public organization. It can be done by employees of such organizations, suppliers, contractors, or clients who have insider knowledge about such activity. In Nigeria, for instance, a whistleblower is described as a person who voluntarily discloses to the federal government of Nigeria through the Federal Ministry of Finance information relating to possible misconduct or violation that have occurred in that organization.
Is there any legislation recognizing whistleblowing, and how accepted is it in Nigeria, in our country?
In Nigeria is an anti-corruption program. There is no whistleblowing act, as it were. But the various laws, like the Proceeds of Crime Act, the CBN guidelines, the guidelines by the Securities and Exchange Commission, the Investment and Security Act and all that, all provides elaborate provisions for whistleblowing. For instance, the CBN guideline provides the banks must establish within the organization a whistleblowing platform where information relating to fraudulent activities are reported, either anonymously or reported through an approved channel within the organization.
Are there people expected to blow this whistle against corruption, or is it meant for everyone?
Whistleblowing is meant for everyone, not just specific individual. Anyone who has information about misconduct, about malpractices in any organization can come forward with such information, and so it's not restricted to a select field.
How effective has this whistleblowing been in fighting corruption in Nigeria?
I would say very effective to the extent that whistleblowing had led to certain recoveries. You remember the Ikoyi discovery of funds that was stuck in a flat, 43.5 $4 million. You can imagine that amount of money, stuck in a property. That's about 15 trillion naira if you in the exchange of 350 to $1, and then the discovery in Sabon Tasha and Kaduna of $9.8 million in a private property by an individual. During the COVID era, there were disclosure for various offenses, various violations where funds were stuck somewhere and all that. So I think that more Nigerians need to come forward, people need to come forward to disclose information, particularly that corruption is a very difficult crime to investigate because the perpetrators go a great extent to hide what they're doing. And so unless a party in the commission of that crime is dissatisfied and come forward to disclose what had happened, it's always very difficult. And so whistleblowers are needed to blow the whistle against corruption. And as patriotic citizens of our society, we must step forward to blow the whistle against corruption.
And that takes us to our next question. What are the benefits or otherwise of blowing whistle?
Whistleblowing leads to exposure of corruption. It exposes corrupt practices. And so by revealing what is being done, a whistleblower help in the development of the society. Second benefit is that there are even financial reward. The whistleblowing policy in Nigeria provides that if you provide information that does not exist anywhere, that leads to recovery, you stand a chance of getting rewarded between 2.5%, 5% of the amount recovered. And so you can see that, of course, even the whistleblower can benefit from it. Apart from that, whistleblowing strengthens regulatory compliance because people know that they could, be exposed. So it leads to the proper thing being done. And so whistleblowing is very, very useful.
What are your final words, sir?
That it's time to step forward and blow the whistle. Blow the whistle against those who have corrupted our society. Blow the whistle against crime. Blow the whistle to ensure that we live in a safe, equitable and just society. Step forward and say what you know about a wrong being done, and the EFCC will swing into action.
We have seen how whistleblowers are not just voices of dissent, but beacon of hope in the fight against corruption. Their courage and dedication serve as a reminder of the importance of transparency and accountability in all sectors of our society. Be a whistleblower today. Like the EFCC will say, if you see something, say something, and the EFCC will do something. Back to the studio for the rest of the program.
I actually came to pay the money for the recruitment consultancy you did for my company.
Beautiful.
I think 2 million.
Just hold on. I now collect dollars.
What?
Yes. I don't understand what's happening to Naira these days. So it's going to be 2 million times today's exchange rate.
Doctor, wait. Doctor, wait. Don't tell me you are one of those people who directly put pressure on the Naira and make it lose its value. You want to dollarize our economy and yet you pretend as if you don't know what is happening to the Naira. I've told you about how you abuse the Naira by spraying and stamping on it during your occasions. You deface and abuse the Naira as if it's not our national asset.
Chief, take it easy.
How? I will not take it easy. And neither will the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission Task Force on Currency Abuse and Forex Malpractice take it easy with you. They are coming for you. Desist from economic sabotage or you will face the wrath of the law.
And that's how we draw the curtains on this week's episode of The Eagle. Until we come your way again, keep sending in your messages, enquiries and suggestions to info@efcc.gov.ng. You can also call us on 0809 3322 644. Don't forget to use the EFCC mobile app to report any fraud you see happening around you. You download the app, you follow the steps and you report fraud on the go. And you can also take pictures of corrupt practices and upload them.
Also remember to join us every Wednesday evening at 6 p.m. on our web-based town hall meeting called EFCC Connect, where we answer your questions and note your observations on the anti-corruption fight in order to serve you better. You can also listen to EFCC Radio 97.3 FM, Voices Against Economic and Financial Crimes. I am Golden Onwura.
And I am Aisha Mohammed, saying goodbye, God bless Nigeria. Please do stay safe, be kind to yourself and to others around you, and do enjoy the rest of the week.